Hi there, and welcome to another edition of Beyond the Real. My name is Alex, and today we'll be talking about Morbius. So, Morbius has not officially released yet. There have been a lot of news stories over the past few days that have to say that this new Jared Leto led vampire movie sucks. But on a more serious note, if you're really excited for this movie, should you be worried? Not really, because these are the early screenings that they do for critics, and the critic's job is to critique it. Most of the times, they're looking at stuff or complaining about stuff that not everyone is gonna notice or even care about. So you shouldn't get too worried about it. But of course, it is probably something you should take into consideration. But it seems like this is pretty much following the trend of the past Sony-led spin-offs, such as the two Venom movies. Those aren't critically acclaimed movies, but typically a lot of the fan base tends to like them. So you probably shouldn't be too worried, but I also wanted to make this video to give my input, which, I mean, it's not like anyone really cares, but I'm gonna just start from the beginning as to who cares, honestly. Like, I mean, who even asked for this movie? I don't know why there's so much being put into it, into this whole spin-off franchise that Sony's going into, but this is barely the second character, so I'm gonna remain optimistic and open about it because I do not enjoy the Venom movies too much. Well, I do, but I enjoy them for the wrong reasons. Of course, well, we spoke about that in a previous video, Mark and myself, and yeah, I don't really enjoy the Venom movies, and which is a shame because I mean, I like the actor Tom Hardy, I like the character, but they just don't do it for me. And this with Morbius, this isn't a character I really care for, to be honest. And Jared Leto is not really an actor I care about either. That's not a dig at him. It's just I haven't seen anything with him in it that I genuinely liked. At no fault of his own, of course. But it just, we're just not on the same wavelength with that. Pretty much the only thing that catches my attention about this is how or where or even why is this gonna lead into, because from the trailers, you know, they talk about there's all these theories about the Spider-Man graffiti on the wall, the Oscorp Tower, Michael Keaton. So this is kind of all over the place, and honestly, that's really all I care about. I'm just wondering where this is gonna fit, and yeah, that's probably the only reason I would go watch it. That and of course because I would probably want to do a review on it for the viewers at home, but it just it's just not it's just not grabbing my attention. Tyrese Gibson is in it, and of course, no offense, but that's not really someone I care about either. Um, Matt Smith is in it. That I'm interested because I've heard a lot of great things about him, but I just haven't really seen him in much other than Last Night in Soho. But I'm just curious to see what this is even about. If you care to know, the complaints have to do with the movie just being boring, the special effects being really bad, which I could believe because in the trailer, I'm not saying it looks bad, it looks weird where there's like that shot of him like flying in the subway. Every time I see that, I laugh. I'm not a fan of the way they made him look, but at the same time, Morbius isn't really a good looking character. So I just think the way he looks is hilarious. And of course, there's that slow mo shot that's like in every trailer that I'm guessing is supposed to look cool, but I don't think it does. But yeah, those are the main complaints, that it's boring. The CGI is all over the place, and apparently they're already complaining about the post credit scene, which is just ridiculous. But yeah, that's the main points that people that keep coming up. And like I said, you probably shouldn't be too worried if you're really interested in watching the film, but at the same time, do take it into consideration. And yeah, that's really just something to keep in mind because, I mean, for the most part, Jared Leto's a pretty decent, pretty good actor. So I don't think he's going to be putting in a bad performance, because I remember hearing about the casting and he seemed pretty excited about it. It was, if I remember correctly, it was like, I don't know, like within the year of this the first Suicide Squad movie's release, after he was pretty upset about all the Joker stuff. So wait, I remember it was after the movie or after they announced Joaquin Phoenix's Joker movie, but it was one or the other. And he was pretty bummed out about that. So he got this character, which he seemed pretty excited about. And yeah, I'm just not sure where this is gonna go, where this fits in universe timeline, if it stands on its own, if it connects with Venom, I don't know. But that's really the only thing that catches my attention about the film. Um, but yeah, just wanted to ramble on about Morbius real quick. If you're still here, thanks for hanging out. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. This has been Beyond the Real. My name's Alex, and I'll see you soon. So one thing I forgot to ask is, are you even interested in Morbius, the character, the film? I would generally like to know just what everyone's feeling on this. And yeah, leave a comment if you will, please. I'm really interested to hear what you have to say.